that we have to understand that when we choose good friends, we will have wonderful blessings. Proverbs chapter 17 verse 17 says, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is rod of adversity. You have wonderful blessings when you have great friends that will help you when in times of needs or in times of happiness you share great joy together. But when you choose wrong friends, the Bible also tells us in Proverbs chapter 12 verse 26. Proverbs chapter 12 verse 26. The righteous should choose his friends carefully, for the way of the wicked lead them astray. Friends can lead you astray. Likewise, also recorded in the New Testament, in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33, do not be deceived. Evil's company corrupts good habits. Don't think that you are very smart, you are so clever that you will not be easily get influenced. Because the Bible here tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33, do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. It does affect you and corrupt you if you choose wrong friends. Last but not least, choosing where to live also will be a very important choice that you have to make, because it was this choice that Lot made his mistakes. Just now that we have read in Genesis chapter 13. In Genesis chapter 13, if we were to read again, and Lot lifted his eyes and saw all the plains of Jordan, and it was well water everywhere before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as we go towards Zoar. Then the Lord chose for himself all the plains of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated from each other. It was this thinking that is so good. Wow. You know, he has been so blessed that that's why both of them has to separate Abraham and Lot. And yet he's thinking, wow, this is a better place. Okay? Sound business-minded thinking, wow, that's good. And that's why he chose that. But because of that, he forgotten that another greatest decision to make is moral part, spiritual part. It was a poor moral decision that he had made. Because in Genesis chapter 13, verse 13, it tells us, but the man of Sodom was exceedingly wicked and sinful against the Lord. So for you, where you choose to live will affect you as well. So what are you, on what basis you choose? Some of the brethren have chosen to work in Singapore. Some have chosen to go to KL. When we read all this Bible, it doesn't sound like applicable to you and me, but it applies to you and me as well. Okay? Because it depends on your choice when you prefer to live. If you were to live, is it basically based on what you can make more? On the houses, the resources, the choices, variety of things? Or is it because you choose based on the location of your work, location of a school? Think about it, brothers and sisters. Because the choice of location, the choice where you stay, affects your service to God as well. I'm glad that my son Jeffrey, due to don't know whatever reason, it could be God plan, chose to be in Utah, and it's so easy for us. Any now and then we just bring him back, and he can be with us in Sunday worship. And I'm also very happy that some brother, due to some choices, it could be God's plan that you are working in Ipoh, that our church here is not so empty. But then many brethren or sisters who has really, because of studying that, after that they make their choice and stay somewhere. Indeed, it will affect them. So, for every action there is a reaction. Is that Newton law? Every action there is a reaction. Science students. Likewise, for every choice there always a consequences. There's a consequence to it for every choice. So, for us to, we have to understand, we have to make wise choices so that we can have good consequences. So here are some suggestions that can help you to make wise choices. Even though it was secret initially, once you have acquired knowledge, as you start to go to school, learn, as you start to have a lot of knowledge, it's your choice now to do the right thing. Firstly, being a Christian, we can make wise choices by first ask God for wisdom. In the book of James chapter 1, verse 5 to 8 tells us that we can indeed ask God for wisdom because He promised to give wisdom to those who ask in faith. James chapter 1, verse 5 to 8. If any of you lack wisdom, some of you say, oh, I'm not smart, you didn't born smart, but God can grant you wisdom. Okay? If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. When you ask for wisdom, don't doubt. And I believe Brother Albert has shared about that. When he cast lot and he doubted, and what happened? Okay, he has shared in one of our fellowship as well. When we ask God for wisdom, don't doubt. Because asking for wisdom from God so that we can make wise choices requires diligence. In the book of Proverbs chapter 2, verse 1 to 9, tells us that if we want wisdom, we need to put in a lot of effort. It needs diligence. Proverbs chapter 2, verse 1 to 9 tells about the value of wisdom. Verse 1, my son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ears to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek pearl as silver and search for her as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find knowledge of God. For the Lord gave wisdom, from his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He stored up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the path of justice and preserves the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, equity, and every good path. This small passage tells us you have to treasure God's commandment within you. You have to incline your ears, listen, okay, search for it, cry for it, lift up your voice for understanding, seek it like silver, because it's hidden treasure. Then you will understand, and God will indeed grant you wisdom. You have to fill your prayer with requests for wisdom to make wise choices. When in prayers, seek wisdom from God. If you were to take a look at Luke chapter 14, Luke chapter 14, verse 7 and 8. We have to remain humble. These are a lot of examples where we can find the Bible giving us a lot of wisdom, but unless you apply it, it will not be yours. Verse 7 and 8 tells us that we have to take a lowly place. So Jesus told a parable to those who were invited when he noted how they choose the best places, saying to them, when you are invited by anyone to a wedding feast, do not sit down in the best place, lest one more honorable than you be invited by him. And he will invite you and he will come and say to you, give place to this man. And then he began with shame to take the lowest place. When you ask God for wisdom, God will reveal to you from the Bible. And as Christians, we indeed ask God for wisdom, but we can also ask one another for advice. Because the book of Proverbs tells us, Proverbs 11 verse 14, tells us, where there is no counselor, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.